Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 2nd June 2024. So let's get started with our today's analysis. So today is Sunday here, so there is no text and context, no editorial page, no op-ed page. So whatever the articles which are relevant from our examination point of view, we are going to see that articles. Okay, let's get started. So first important article which is seen on the front page of our Hindu is NDA will form government for third time, says exit polls. So we are not going to bother about which political party comes into power or else, but here we are focusing on only one word called as exit polls. So we are only bothering about this word which is called as exit polls. So this article is very important and you need to know about this exit polls. Okay, so now let's see what this exit poll is about. But before that, I want to let you know some dimensions. So what is a keyword? So keyword is our exit polls. So keyword that you can see in this article is exit polls. So this article is important from your GS paper 2 under polity. Only from polity point of view, this article is important. And here, why this exit poll is important? So you may get prelims or mains based questions from your GS paper 2 regarding this exit polls. So here you have to see some basic facts regarding this exit polls and even what are the advantages and disadvantages of this exit poll, and you have to see what is the significance. What is the significance of this exit poll? And next important thing is how we are regulating them. That means under which article of our constitution or which act or which is a body controlling this exit polls. Okay, so these all are the dimensions that you have to see from this article point of view. Now let us see this article in detail. So as I said, this is important from your polity which comes under GS paper 2 point of view. So if you see context, it says that all major exit polls published after conclusion of 7th and the last phase of 2024 Lok Sabha elections. So Lok Sabha elections had been done and now exit polls had been released. So in that exit poll, they are predicting that. So the third time also this BJP party is going to come into power. So if you see some details regarding what is this exit poll is all about. So exit polls, they are surveys conducted with voters as they leave a polling station during an election. Okay, exit polls are nothing but surveys conducted with voter. So after they vote, so after their turn of voting is done, so in the polling station, so whenever the voters are leaving, so they will be taking some surveys. That is in short called as exit polls. And the purpose of this poll, it is to gather information on how people voted and their demographic characteristics. Okay, so how people voted and to whom they are preferring. So to whom they voted like that, they will be collecting some information that is called as exit polls. And these polls, they provide early indications of election results before official results are announced. Before our official results are announced, so these they are going to release some predictions. They are nothing but predictions. So the exit poll was conducted by the Indian Institute of Public Opinion during the second Lok Sabha elections in 1957. Okay, so when this was started in year 1957. Clear? So these are the some important basic facts that you have to remember regarding this topic. Now let us see what are the criticisms of this exit poll. And what are the things that we are going to discuss that will be very useful for writing a mains answer. So first of all, what is the criticism? Yes, exit poll can be controversial if the agency conducting them is perceived to be biased. Sometimes there is a biased information. And next one is these surveys can be influenced by choice and wording and timing of the questions and by the nature of the sample drawn. Sometimes what happens, so they can be influence of others. And next one is, so polls are sometimes motivated and sponsored by their rivals, and sometimes they could be distorting, and they will be having distorting effect on the choices voters make in a protracted elections. So in this way it will be also having some impact on the public sentiment or views of the public. And now let us go into topic how we are regulating this exit polls in our country. So this topic is also very important. So here you have to know about some important bodies and important acts that are controlling this exit polls in our country. So first one is section 26A of Representation of Peoples Act of 1951. So under this RPA 1951, so we have one section, section 26A. So this section 26A which prohibits to conduct exit poll and dissemination of their results by means of print or electronic media during the period mentioned therein. So actually this section of Representation of Peoples Act which says that yes, there is a prohibition of conduction of exit polls. And next one is even our Election Commission of India. So which is that article? Article 324 talks about Election Commission of India, and this Election Commission of India which is responsible for regulating this exit polls. Okay, so you have to know about this Election Commission of India also. Okay, just a minute. And one more important point you have to remember is this Election Commission of India is a body that is going to control or responsible for regulating this exit poll, and according to Election Commission of India, exit poll can only be conducted during a specific period, and when this specific period which starts from time when polling booths close and ends 30 minutes after the last booth had closed. So in this time, yes, this Election Commission of India is allowing for exit polls, and exit polls cannot be conducted during voting period or on that polling day. So there is no permission of having this exit polls. And next one is Election Commission issued the guidelines under this Article 324. So Article 324 talks about Election Commission of India. So this article which is prohibiting newspapers and news channels from publishing the results of pre-election surveys and exit polls. So in this way, yes, we are controlling this exit polls in India. Clear? So this is our first important article. And next article, let us move on to our paper so that we can search if there are any other articles in our first page. So in this front page, there is no other article which is relevant, and even the city page also there is nothing much important. You can move on to states page. So in this states page, you can see this is very important article. Tamil Nadu Forest Department has formed 20 village panels to protect mangrove cover. So this article is very important, and even 2020 also there was one question regarding this mangroves, and I will show the question which is given by this UPSC CSC in prelims 2020 regarding this mangroves. So what is the keyword here? Keyword is mangroves. So here this mangroves is very important from your GS paper 1 under geography, and even under GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. Clear? So here you have to know what is this mangroves and what are the special features of this mangroves. So, you have to know what are the special features. And next one is, in India, where can we see this mangroves? And from environment ecology, you have to know what are the specific functions or ecological role. Have to see ecological role or specific functions of this mangroves. Okay, and this topic is very important from your prelims and as well as mains. So now let us see both the points. So first, let us try to understand why this mangroves is in use. So why it is in use? Because IUCN, that means International Union for Conservation of Nature, that is IUCN, had listed mangroves in coastal regions spanning Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Okay. So, International Union for Conservation of Nature had listed mangroves in the coastal regions spanning in which areas? In Tamil Nadu, in Sri Lanka and Maldives as critically endangered in its first global assessment of mangrove ecosystem. So, IUCN came up with this global assessment of mangrove ecosystem, and it said that especially the coastal regions of Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka and Maldives, they are critically endangered. So, if you see details, it says that to protect mangrove cover, Tamil Nadu Forest Department has constituted 20 village mangrove committees. How many? To protect this mangrove cover, so Tamil Nadu Forest Department has constituted 20 village mangrove committees. And why? Because they are listed under critically endangered. They want to conserve them. And according to this IUCN assessment which released, it said that 36 geographical areas, for example in tropical, in subtropical, in warm temperate coast, in world and as well as even South India and Sri Lanka, Maldives and northwestern Atlantic region, so they are critically endangered. So, if you are not taking care of, or if you are not having some more efforts to conserve them, then they will be coming into extinct. So, because of this, yes, we have to see. And even whenever you are reading this environment and ecology, so in this IUCN red list, we have different categories. So, we have critically endangered, vulnerable like that. So, you have to know what is the criteria. Okay, what is the criteria to keep any species? It may be animal species or bird species or plant species. Why we are keeping in that list? What is the criteria to be met? So, you have to know that criteria. And next one is this mangrove ecosystem. They are important for biodiversity conservation and even provision of essential goods and services to local communities and also reducing the impact of climate change. Okay, so in this way these mangroves are very important. And according to IUCN, there are also some threats to mangroves. So what are the threats? So there is a degradation because of wood exploitation. So for exploitation of wood, yes, these plants or these trees were fallen. And next one is deforestation to agriculture. And next one is shrimp farming and indirect impacts due to dam construction. And as well as there is also like altering of fresh water, sedimentation fluxes. So these are all the threats of this mangroves. And apart from this, now these mangroves are also facing some additional threats like climate change and sea level rise and increasing of frequency and as well as severity of cyclone storms. So these were the new threats. So whenever you are writing an answer for this mangroves, so please try to add this new problems which are faced by this mangroves. Clear, so that you can increase your value to your answer. And now let us see what are these mangroves. So mangroves are a unique type of coastal ecosystem, and these are found in tropical and subtropical regions, and even these mangroves are dense forest of salt tolerant trees because they are located in these intertidal zones. Okay, so they are present in these intertidal zones. So whenever there is a sea or ocean is there, so the salt content is almost very high, right, compared to the river areas or river water. So those plants, they all should be salt tolerant. So this is the one important main feature of this mangroves. And these ecosystems, they are characterized by their ability to withstand harsh conditions. For example, saline water, tidal fluctuations, muddy and oxygen poor soils. So if we are talking about what is the significance of this mangroves, so first one is biodiversity conservation. So mangroves, they provide a unique habitat for a wide variety of plant and animal species, and even it serves as a breeding and nursery and feeding grounds for numerous marine and terrestrial organisms. So because of this, yes, mangroves provide a very good economic services. And next one is actually Sundarban. It is very much famous for Royal Bengal tiger and Irrawaddy dolphin, and as well as rhesus macaque and leopard cats and small Indian civet. Okay, so for these species, this mangroves is very much famous. And next one is this mangroves, they are also helpful in coastal protection. That means mangroves, they act as a natural buffers between this against this coastal erosion and as a storm surges, tsunamis. Okay, because they are having a very dense root system. So with this dense root system and as well as prop roots, this stabilizes this sea shores, and as well as they will be reducing the impact of waves and as well as currents. And next one is during hurricanes and cyclones, mangroves, they can absorb and they can dissipate a significant amount of energy. So in this way, they will be protecting inland areas and human settlements from devastating damage. And next one is carbon sequestration. So mangroves are very highly efficient carbon sinks, and even they will be sequestrating large amount of carbon dioxide from atmosphere. Okay, so that they will be storing in their biomass and sediments. And next one is fisheries and livelihoods. So mangroves, they support fisheries by providing nursery areas for fish and shellfish, and also enhancing fishery productivity and also contributing to livelihood and as well as local food security. So for the food security of these locals and for the livelihood opportunities also, this mangroves, they provide a best environment. And next one is this important point, they will also maintain water quality. They will be acting as kidneys. Okay, so this was the question which appeared in your UPSC 2020. So here the natural quality or the natural water quality will be improved by these mangroves because they act as natural filters. So they act as natural filters and trapping and removing of pollutants, and even they will be removing this excess nutrients from the coast areas before they reach the open ocean. So because of this, yes, they will be acting as kidneys. And next one is even they have a very important role in purifying water, okay, so that it will be maintaining the health of marine ecosystem, and also it will also helps to maintain the balance of fragile coastal ecosystems. And next one is for tourism and recreation also, mangroves, they are providing a very good ecotourism services, okay, bird watching and kayaking and nature based activities. So in this way here, so this mangroves, they also provide sustainable economic growth for local communities. And now I want to give you one mains question, so students try to write an answer for this. So question is, discuss the causes of depletion of mangroves and explain their importance in maintaining coastal ecology. Try to write an answer for this question, don't forget. And now let us see next important topic. So let us go back to our Hindu. So leave this classifieds, and in this state space there is one important article. So you can see the title on the screen. Intensified monsoon batters parts of Kerala, orange alert issued by IMD. So here you have to focus on this color code, but recently we did about this color code, right? So we are not going to take that once again. So do revise that topic. And now we are focusing on what does this IMD says. IMD is very important. And now let us move on to our notes. So why it is in news? So the southwest monsoon has intensified. Okay, so because of this intensification of southwest monsoon, so there is very high rainfall, that is called as torrential rainfall in the parts of central and as well as North Kerala region. So because of this, it is triggering destruction. So whenever there is massive rainfall, automatically it will lead to destruction, and even severe water logging and landslips and uprooting of trees. So these are the negative impacts of heavy rainfall. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly said. And now let us see the details. So 5 people, they have been killed in various rain related incidents, and even IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, which came with a forecast of heavy rain, okay, heavy to very heavy rain for central and as well as North Kerala, and they got orange color alert. So what is IMD? So IMD is established in year 1875. It is a national meteorological service of the country and principal government agency in all matters relating to meteorology and allied subjects. So here this IMD was established in 1875, and it is a national meteorological service of the country, and even we can say this IMD is a principal government agency in all matters which are related to meteorology and as well as allied subjects. And even this IMD, which works as an agency of Ministry of Earth Sciences of Government of India. And this IMDT is also one of the 6 regional specialized meteorological centers of WMO, that is World Meteorological Organization. So if we are talking about what are the roles and responsibilities of this IMD, the first and the foremost thing here is forecast, right? So here, to take meteorological observations, and even it is the specialist agency organization for providing current forecast meteorological information. So it will be very helpful for weather sensitive activities like agriculture, irrigation, shipping, aviation, offshore oil exploration, etc. And even it will be helpful for warning regarding any severe weather phenomena like tropical cyclones or nor'westers or any dust storms or heavy rains, snow, cold, heat, waves, etc. So that we can save our life and as well as property. And next one is, it is also very helpful for coming up with statistics which are required for agriculture and water resource management, industries and oil exploration and other nation building activities. And even it will be promoting research in meteorology and as well as allied disciplines. So these are the important roles and responsibilities of IMD. Clear? And now let us move on to next topic. So here itself we can see railways to install optical fiber based system to detect elephant crossings. So actually what happened, many a times these jumbos, elephants, they will be dying because of accidents at these crossings. So because of this, now we have to use some technology to stop this, right? Because we are advancing in our science and technology. So here we are going to install this optical fiber based system, okay, that is also called as intrusion detection system, IDS. Okay, so here you have to know some facts. And recently Supreme Court also gave the judgment to decrease this collisions of animals in this railway lanes. So here you have to see what is this Project Elephant. First one is, you have to see what is this Project Elephant, and you have to see what is this intrusive detective system and what are the advantages and disadvantages. So all these are very important from your GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. So you can use this as a case study while you are writing your answers. Now let us see the notes part. So why it is in news? Because railways will soon install optical fiber based intrusion detection system, that is IDS system, along the elephant infested 33 km stretch between Kottekad and Madukkaralai to prevent this elephant deaths on track. So, especially to prevent this elephant deaths on track, so we are going to have this IDS system on railway tracks. So, now let us see some details. So, this optical fiber network, so how it works? So, it will detect the presence of any animals, either it may be big animals or small animals through vibrations, and they will be sending real time alerts to the intrusion monitoring cell. Okay, and even it will be giving directed to this loco pilots or station masters. So, what does this IDS system is all about? So, this system which is based on AI, that is artificial intelligence based system, and also existing optical fibers that will be used as sensors to identify movements of elephants and locations, and as well as at alert control officers, station masters, gatemen and loco pilots. So, for all of them they will be getting the information. And even it uses the fiber optic based acoustic system, so that it can sense real time presence of elephants on track, whether they are really present on that track or not. And next one is AI based system. It can also monitor unusual movement up of stretch of 60 kilometers, and even this system will help in locating and detection as well. It will be helpful in locating and as well as detection of the presence of elephants near this track and how much speed they are moving, like that based on vibrations. And this IDS system that will be sending alarms, okay, alarms to this loco pilots via SMS or through internet, either through GPS tag, etc. And what is the significance of this type of steps? It will be very useful because we can reduce this human animal conflict, and we can reduce this injury to these elephants. And next one is IDS will also help for in detecting rail fracture, trespassing of railway track, and also alert about this thing, about this disaster mitigation, and even unauthorized diggings near railway tracks, landslides, etc. So, all these are the other important things. And what is the need of this type of methods or this type of initiatives? Because the first one is we have to go for conservation of these elephants. Elephant is a keystone species, so we have to focus more on what? On conserving these elephants. So, actually we came up with this project, okay, that is Project Elephant in year 1992, and it is a centrally sponsored scheme. An important aim of this scheme, it is to protect elephants and improve its habit and corridors, and even to reduce this human elephant conflict and as well as ensuring their welfare. So, this is the first important point. And next one is even we can avoid this human animal conflict. That is the thing that you can see. And next one is here now we are getting some more important complex problem, like, so whenever we are using that technology, so like humans and elephants, they often will be like saved, so that we can also reduce this human elephant conflict or decreasing of this human elephant conflict related deaths, and even we can decrease this man animal conflict. And now let us say next topic, it is about Assam floods, death count rises to 15, close monitoring needed, says CWC. So, this article is talking about Assam floods. So, here whenever this monsoon starts, Assam will be facing this problem. Okay, so it is not a new problem, it is normally every time we will be seeing this in news. So, now let us see this topic in detail. So, if you see the context, it says that the toll in floods in Assam increased to 15 after 3 more persons lost their lives in the calamity. Okay, so as it says that yes, in the floods of Assam there are about 15 members they died. So, if you see some details, it says that Kerala and Assam, they are facing severe flooding because of cyclonic systems. Okay, so this is a thing which mainly said by CWC. So, CWC released flood situation report, and this report which said that there is significant rainfall and rainfall resulted severe flood conditions were there. And the India Meteorological Department has predicted more heavy rain. And if you see the important key rivers where we can see this flooding is happening is like Subansari and Jaiberi, Kopili, they were swelling and they were affecting the many areas. So here in this context you have to know what will be the adverse impact of floods in Assam. So first one is Kaziranga National Park. So more than 15% of Kaziranga National Park will be inundated. That means will be in water because of this Brahmaputra flowing above the danger level. Okay, so here not only other rivers but even in this river Brahmaputra also there will be like flooding will be happen normally. And next one is because of this floods it is also having negative impacts on infrastructure for sure. Okay, so train services will be get disrupted, and next one is other modes of train transport like boats, so they will be like affected, and even there will be increasing of charges. And next one is roads and bridges, they have suffered serious damage, and even there will be negative impact on the animals' life also. Okay, so animals they were also killed by poachers who take advantage of their vulnerability, and even there will be also human animal conflict. So animals also move towards villages in floods, and that will lead to human animal conflict. So these are some negative impacts of this Assam floods. Okay, now let us move on to our Hindu page. So in this news page I found nothing much important. In this page also there is nothing much important. So I discussed about this topic of Assam floods. You can directly move on to the science page today because of science and technology related current affairs is also very important. In this science page you can see cities warming due to effect of urbanization, climate change. So already we discussed this topic in a very great detail. So go back to at least 2 to 3 days back video and correct this topic and do some research regarding this topic. So this is the only article which is important in our today's Hindu newspaper. Okay, that is from this science section. So here by this I am concluding, and one more thing I want to say is for offline GS prelims plus mains foundation course, so we are providing some discount, so you will be getting the entire this course for 75,000 on offline and 30,000 on online. So if the students, anyone who are interested, so please contact us on this number 8074765513, and even if you know anyone, so please suggest our academy for them also. So that's all students, I hope you like this class. Please hit the like button and also don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.